Coba. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to Layla Alstroemeria ALSTROEPEDIA class. I'm a virtual liver / historian from NIJISANJI ID. And today's class will be mainly delivered in Indonesia, in bahasa Indonesia. So for my international viewers, I hope you guys hope you guys would understand about it. Thank you guys for joining my class today. Hai, iya. Selamat siang, halo. Ya, jadi di kelas hari ini kita bahas seorang tokoh bersejarah yang sering diadaptasi ke karya-karya fiksi. Diadaptasi ke novel, diadaptasi ke film detektif, ke film drama. Dan nanti habis ini Layla juga akan main salah satu karya fiktif yang diadaptasi dari tokoh tersebut juga. Nama gamenya Backseating. Thank you Gama Pradita sang ini. Lebihnya buat Layla. Oh Boba ya, makasih. Thank you. Iya kak, suaranya kak. Bentar bikin aku kecilin ya. There you go. Gimana segini jelas kah? Oh really, my voice is too low? Bentar ya, coba Layla cek dulu. Ini gak ada perubahan dengan mic-nya kan? Bentar ya, cek tes. Bentar ya, sebentar. Kita dulu apa gerangan kah yang jadi? Ini masih kecil banget kah? Tes. Enggak, pas sudah. Gak ada yang berubah sih videonya. Udah, sekarang udah jelas? Oke. Berarti tadi BGM-nya kegedean aja kali ya. Thank you so much Pinocchio-san. Good afternoon, madam. Ini uang kas minggu ini ya, madam. Makasih. Thank you. Nah, iya. Jadi, iya. Kita lanjutkan. Ya, tadi Layla sudah bilang tentang Renjie ini namanya. Nah, seorang tokoh sejarah yang sering diadaptasi ke berbagai karya fiktif. Dan kita nanti siang setelah kelas kita akan memainkan salah satu karya fiktif yang juga dibuat berdasarkan dibuat berdasarkan tokoh bersejarah ini. Judul gamenya Detective D dan nama tokohnya adalah Renjie. Oke, abis ini Layla akan menjelaskan sejarah pendek tentang Renjie. Ini cuma secara general aja ya, soalnya catatan dari masa lalunya itu sangat sedikit. Dan kalaupun Layla berhasil ketemu pun juga Layla nggak bisa bicara bahasa Mandarin, apalagi yang bahasa kunonya. Jadi mohon maaf bila nggak sedetail itu. Ya, terus mohon maaf untuk teman-teman yang mengerti bahasa Mandarin kalau Layla ada salah-salah nada pembacaan namanya gitu, karena kalau dari sumbernya tidak diberikan nadanya. Layla tahu untuk huruf Mandarin gitu ada nadanya 1, 2, 3, 4, cuman tapi Layla tidak familiar dengan itu. Jadi ini nada huruf yang Layla dapat dengan copy paste huruf Hanzi-nya di Google Translate. So yeah, I'm so sorry if my tone or pronunciation is not correct because I cannot speak Mandarin. Thank you. Hello, welcome. Siang. Ya, selamat siang. Sekarang kita mulai aja. Kita akan bahas siapa itu Renjie, itu ya. Sip, kita hapus apa tulis ya? Wah, Nah, beliau lahir. Ini kalau nadanya sih kayak begini nih. Siapa tahu di antara kalian ada yang bisa membaca nada huruf Mandarin gitu ya, maafkan saya. Ini ya, nadanya tuh kayak begini. Nah, beliau lahir pada tahun 630 Masehi. Common era. Okay? And he died. Jadi kita nggak tahu tanggal lahirnya itu kapan, tapi tahun lahirnya itu tahun 630 Masehi. Dan meninggal pada tahun 700. Thank you, Grayson. Arigato. Pada tanggal 11 November tahun 700. Tutupan donasi. Oke. Iya. Ya, oke. Nah, secara formal untuk jabatannya, beliau dikenal sebagai Duke Wenhui of Liang. Ini jabatannya. Aduh, kok ini jadi enggak? Wah, ini besar sekali tulisannya ya. Ntar Layla kecilin deh tulisannya. Oke, kita push. Beliau dikenal sebagai Duke Wenhui of Liang. Jadi Duke Wenhui dari Liang gitu ya. Tuh. Oh ya, so before I start, I want to state that today that this topic. Oh, thank you Azure-san, tuh tenang sambil mendengarkan. Terima kasih. Okay, so I will split this class, this topic into two parts. So today is the first part of his history and the first part of the gameplay, and then the second part will be on next week. I hope I can do it on Friday. If not, we can do it on another Sunday class, okay? Jadi sebelum Layla mulai, ini karena sejarahnya cukup panjang dan waktunya takutnya habis gitu kalau misalnya kita mau jelasin sejarahnya sekaligus main gamenya. Jadi Layla akan membelah topik ini menjadi dua bagian. Jadi yang hari ini bagian pertama, jadi sebagian dari sejarahnya dan sebagian gameplaynya. Dan di minggu depan, mungkin hari Jumat atau hari Minggu gitu kalau kita kelas Minggu, baru Layla stream lagi bagian keduanya untuk sejarahnya dan untuk gameplaynya. Oke? Karena ini cukup panjang dan gamenya kalau nggak salah sekitar 4-5 jam. Jadi nggak mungkin Layla selesai hari ini juga karena pembahasannya sendiri aja kan, sejarahnya aja kan yang besar bisa sampai oke, kita lanjut. Ya, dan beliau juga memiliki yang disebut dengan courtesy name. Ini Layla belum tahu pasti ya bahasa Indonesianya apa courtesy name ini. Ada yang bilang kayak nama sopan atau kayak nama pemberian atau kayak nama, bukan nama pena yang pasti ya, bukan nama pena tapi kayak nama kesopanan gitu. The courtesy name. His courtesy name is Hui. Ini maaf ya, Layla tidak bisa tulis Hanshi-nya daripada salah gitu kan, tidak sopan. Nih, dia punya beliau memiliki nama courtesy gitu, kayak semacam nama kesopanan atau apa gitu ya. Kayak panggilan formal, mungkin dia nama kehormatannya ya. Nah, kalau misalnya kalian ada yang ingin tahu what is courtesy name, this is also called as 致 di bahasa Mandarin. Jadi ini adalah sebuah nama yang diberikan kepada seseorang. Ini kenapa tulisannya jadi mendadak besar dan hilang begini ya? Sebentar, papan tulisnya Layla mainin sedikit. Ya papan tulisnya harus mainin sedikit ini, biar nggak terlalu. Oh, nah itu ada yang nakal tuh di situ tuh, udah mau hilang tulis. Masih sering-sering di ini ya, sering-sering dihapus. Hello, welcome to Club ALSTROEMERIA. Bukan nama gelar katanya. Nah, gelar itu beda lagi soalnya. Ini jadi Layla jelasin ya, what is courtesy name? This is also called as ch in Chinese. Jadi sebutannya kayak ch gitu ya. Ini adalah sebuah nama yang diberikan kepada seseorang saat orang tersebut sudah mencapai kedewasaan. Biasanya di sekitar usia 20 atau 21 gitu ya, pas lagi coming of age, atau kalau di Indonesia disebutnya dengan akil balik gitu ya. Jadi nama tambahannya. Jadi ini merupakan tradisi di Asia Timur. Oke, I will erase all of that and I will write it for you guys. So, ini cuma sedikit trivia ya. A little trivia for courtesy name. So yes, this is an additional name. Kenapa aku selalu tulisnya nama? Okay, given. When coming of age. Waktu lagi coming of age itu ya, yang udah ada upacara kegiatan. Congrats for 16K! Wah! Thank you! Hey, thank you. Congrats 16K, terima kasih. Ya, ini kalau sekarang sudah tidak dilakukan lagi. Pada masa lampau ini umum untuk dilakukan gitu ya. Jadi kita lanjutin. Jadi ini jadi nama tambahan di saat mereka sudah mencapai kedewasaan. Ini tradisi di Asia Timur. It's a tradition of what in East Asia. East Asian countries. Thank you so much Reno Lanza. Congratulations for 14K. Thank you. Jadi negara-negara lain seperti Jepang, Korea juga katanya melakukan tradisi ini di masa lampau gitu ya. Dan nama ini bisa diberikan oleh orang tua atau oleh guru privatnya gitu. Nah, kalau untuk wanita kadang-kadang dapat nama ini setelah tapi kalau untuk pria tidak. Untuk pria mereka akan mendapatkan nama ini saat coming of age dan diberikan oleh orang tua atau guru privat. Tuh. Nah selain itu, selain cara yang di atas, cara yang sebelumnya, orang-orang juga bisa mengadopsi courtesy name atas pilihan sendiri. Jadi kita pilih gitu, mau namanya yang bagus yang mana gitu. Jadi ada dua nama. Oh sorry, meant to say 16K. Oh my god. Thank you Renola for double donate. Thank you. Nah, oke. Nah, gimana cara pemakaian nama courtesy name ini? Nah, pemakaian nama ini digunakan oleh para orang dewasa used by. Ini maaf ya aku tulisan Layla rada-rada jelek hari ini. Kapur ajaibnya lagi nakal. Digunakan oleh para orang dewasa saat mereka memanggil satu sama lain di acara formal atau dalam tulisan. Misalnya mereka mau tulis undangan, mau tulis surat gitu. Yang mereka tulis adalah courtesy name-nya. To address each other. For my international viewers, I'm so sorry for my ugly writing today. Ya, oke. Nah, sedangkan nama yang mereka punya sejak lahir, nama pemberian orang tua yang dari lahir gitu yang mereka punya, itu mereka simpan untuk diri mereka sendiri dan tetua atau orang tua mereka. Makanya ini disebut dengan kode ini. Jadi misalnya nih, anggap ini Om Lukman gitu, anggap ini Om Lukman. Misalnya dari lahir Om Lukman tuh udah punya nama lain, misalnya namanya bukan Om Lukman gitu, misalnya namanya Leleman gitu kan ya, nama dari lahirnya Leleman. Cuman tapi begitu coming of age gitu kan, supaya jadi kayak ada punya nama tambahan, dikasih nama Lukman gitu ya, supaya untuk memanggil dengan teman-temannya sesama orang dewasa juga, jadi namanya pakai Lukman. Sedangkan nama Leleman itu hanya bisa digunakan oleh orang tua atau tetua dari Pak Lukman gitu untuk memanggil dia. Ceritanya kurang lebih penjelasannya seperti itu. Oke, sekarang kita kembali membahas si Renjie. Hai. Ya, I'm sorry about my pronunciation. Nah, kita bahas siapa sih pejabat ini? Siapa sih orang ini? Apakah dia betul-betul detektif seperti di serial-serial TV, drama, novel, dan game gitu? Apakah dia seorang detektif? Ternyata bukan, teman-teman. Beliau ternyata merupakan seorang pejabat di dinasti Tang and Cho gitu. Official. In Tang and Cho Dynasty. Oke, tuh. Dan beliau juga 2 kali mengabdi sebagai menteri di bawah pemerintahan Empress Wu Zetian. Ya, kalian ada yang tahu Wu Zetian nggak? Ya, bukan detektif, dia pejabat. Beliau adalah seorang pejabat dan sempat mengabdi 2 kali sebagai menteri di bawah pemerintahannya Empress Wu Zetian. Kalau kalian nggak tahu Wu Zetian itu siapa, beliau adalah seorang permaisuri yang sangat terkenal dengan pemerintahannya, cara memerintahnya. Ya? Serve as Kalau ini permaisuri yang sangat terkenal pada masa itu. Oke, gitu. Iya, Empress. Oke, sekarang kita lanjut ya. Nah, dan faktanya Renjie ini merupakan salah satu pejabat yang paling terkenal dan dikagumi pada masa pemerintahannya Wu Zetian. Karena itu hasil kerja dan jasa-jasanya. Ya. Dan beliau lahir dari sebuah keluarga yang melahirkan banyak pejabat. Born in a family that produce a lot of official. Jadi emang di keluarganya tuh sudah turun-temurun tuh jadi pejabat. Nah, kakeknya Xiaoxi itu mengabdi sebagai sekretaris jenderal di pemerintahan, Sedangkan ayahnya mengabdi sebagai prefek atau pejabat polisi atau kayak pemimpin daerah gitu kali ya di prefektur Kui. Prefektur itu di masa modern sekarang namanya area Chongqing gitu. Nah lo pada tahu dari FGO. Iya katanya ada di FGO ya. Bucit ya. Hello, welcome. Itulah, di kakeknya itu sekretaris jenderal, ayahnya juga jadi prefek gitu. Prefek itu mungkin kalau di kita diartiinnya kayak pejabat polisi, cuman tapi di masa lalu prefek itu kayak orang yang memimpin prefektur gitu, memimpin daerah. Ya? Nah, saat muda gitu ya, Renjie ini dikenal sebagai orang yang sangat rajin belajar saat muda, dan beliau berhasil lolos ujian kerajaan dan menjabat sebagai sekretaris di prefektur Bian. Itu ya. Oke. Love studying. Rajin belajar. Serve as secretary in Bian. Setelah lulus ujian, lulus apa ya? Dia ikut ujian kerajaan, ternyata masuk kualifikasi gitu untuk bekerja sebagai sekretaris daerah gitu di prefektur Bian. Nah tapi sayangnya tuh ya, Bian, baca bukan Bian gitu. Ya mungkin kalau di sini kayak semacam tes CPNS ya, calon pegawai negeri sipil gitu ya. Nah, selama menjabat sebagai sekretaris di sana, beliau pernah difitnah atas perbuatan tidak baik oleh teman kerjanya. Terus waktu itu sempat ada Menteri Pekerjaan Umum datang gitu ke area Bian gitu ya, dan beliau diminta untuk menilai kasus ini bener nggak sih si Renjie ini anaknya nakal nih, suka melakukan perbuatan yang tidak baik gitu. Nah, tapi beliau si menteri ini setelah melihat Renjie gitu, beliau malah terkesan dengan Renjie dan memberikan komentar. Komentarnya tuh bagus banget gitu ya, kayak kamu adalah sebuah mutiara di pesisir dan harta yang hilang dari Tenggara. So there's a minister of public work who came there to judge Renjie's supposedly because so here Renjie once got accused wrongly by his colleagues in work, but then around that time the minister of the public work came around to tour the Bian prefecture, and he was asked to judge this case. Was Renjie a bad guy, or did a bad stuff around the area? And when he saw Renjie and he judged him, he ended up impressed with Renjie, and he gave a comment about him that you are a precious pearl on the coast and the lost treasure from southeast. Temennya sus. Temennya fitnah ya, sus. Ya, lalu malah akhirnya Renjie ini direkomendasikan oleh beliau menjadi seseorang yang pekerjaannya jadi membantu komandan di prefektur gitu. Jadi malah pangkatnya dinaikkan. Karena ternyata dia bukan orang nakal, bukan orang jahat gitu, malah anak yang bijak, anak yang pintar. Minum dulu ya sebentar. Oke, dan singkat cerita, berikut sepak terjangnya Renjie. Ini banyak sekali sepak terjangnya. So, what did he do in life? Jadi gini ya kali. Nah, jadi ternyata Renjie ini ternyata seseorang yang sangat-sangat berbakat gitu. Ya. Nah, di tahun 676 tahun 676 pada masa pemerintahan Kaisar Kaochong, Ti menjadi sekretaris jenderal di Mahkamah Agung itu. Ti became General Secretary. General Secretary. Dan beliau dikenal sebagai seorang hakim yang adil dan efisien. Tahu nggak menurut kalian berapa kasus yang diadili oleh Renjie selama 1 tahun saat beliau menjabat sebagai sekretaris jenderal? Menurut kalian berapa kasus? Coba tebak. Kurang, masih jauh. Jauh terus. Over 9,000, yes. Di atas 9,000. Coba tawar lagi. Tawar terus, naik lagi. Terus naik, tawar terus. Kejauhan, gak segitu juga. Oke, ya. Jadi beliau mengadili 17.000 kasus dalam 1 tahun tanpa ada seorang pun yang komplain dengan hasil penghakimannya. Jadi beliau judge yang sangat ya, 17.000 1 tahun. Gak ada yang komplain lagi. Okay. So, he judged around 17,000 cases in a year without anyone complaining about his judging outcome. Sudah 11.000 1 tahun. Ngapain dia libur lain? Bingung aku juga. Kenapa bisa sampai 17.000? Dia ngapain gitu? Hebat loh, 1 tahun. Dan benar, ini ya, kalau kalian mau tahu kenapa Renjie ini banyak diadaptasi ke karya-karya fiktif sebagai detektif, karena beliau itu berhasil ngorek-ngorek itu loh, kayak apa namanya, kalau misalnya ada yang busuk gitu di pemerintahan, nanti bisa tahu. Kalau misalnya ada orang yang korupsi atau melakukan hal-hal ilegal gitu, dia yang tahu gitu, dia yang bisa cari tahu faktanya. Beliau yang cari tahu faktanya. Karena dari situ makanya dapat panggilan detektif T gitu kan di serial-serial fiktifnya gitu. Maybe, yeah, the detective part might be coming from this. Nggak komplain karena katanya sih memang beneran bagus hasil kerjanya. Jadi nanti ada catatan-catatan sejarah lainnya. Jadi emang rakyatnya juga tuh emang sayang gitu sama beliau gitu. Rakyatnya hormat dan sayang sama beliau karena beliau memerintah dengan adil. Dan kalau lagi judging gitu, lagi ada pengadilan itu mengadili dengan adil dan efisien. Jadi nggak buang-buang resource, nggak buang-buang dana gitu, nggak ngorek-ngorek dana gitu. Jadi makanya rakyatnya juga sayang gitu sama dia. Dan kayak Empress Wuchitian sayang banget sama dia, salah satu pejabat masnya gitu lah ya. Sama kaisar juga senang sama hasil kerja. Atau capek atau enggak, mungkin dia sangat cinta dengan pekerjaannya. Bisa jadi. Okay, and then on the year of 679 Common Era. Nah, jadi pada tahun ini nih, tahun 679, ada seorang menteri pertanian namanya Wei Hongji. Oke. Dia ada Minister of Agriculture. Sayangku, Kiara, jangan keluar dong sayangku. Kamu mau kemana? Awas kejebuk. Itu ada mangkok minum. Sayangku mau kemana? Tidur lagi yuk. Aduh, Kiara, sayang. Nggak boleh ngantuk, tidur aja. Tuh ngantuk kan? Ya, nggak boleh gitu. Emotik Kiara tuh emang jadi pas banget ya buat di spam ya. Ada aja tuh. Sebentar. Bisa buka pintunya enggak? Ngantuk kan, gak usah maksa, udah tidur. Yang ganggu kelas sudah. Ya ampun, gue tidak pernah keluar tuh bisa dia. Tidak pernah menyerah. Dia tidak pernah menyerah. Emang gitu ya. Kiara rage mode. Kiara pintu. Ya benar juga ya. We can use that Kiara emote in front of the door emote. Okay, so let's continue. On 679 Common Era, the Minister of Agriculture, who named Wei Hongji. Okay. Jadi beliau Menteri Wei ini mendirikan 3 istana yang sangat megah. Kita bisa bilang ekstravagan lah ya gitu. Jadi mendirikan palace gitu yang sangat megah. Dan pejabat melihat ini merupakan tindakan yang sebetulnya tidak perlu dilakukan gitu. Ini sebenarnya tindakan yang sangat tidak perlu gitu kan. Dan Renjie melayangkan tuduhan kepada Wei kalau beliau itu malah mengarahkan Kaisar Kaohsiung menjadi boros gitu. Dan karena ini Wei dikeluarkan dari kantornya. Jadi ngapain kamu bangun-bangun istana banyak-banyak, udah ada istana bagus gitu, ngapain bikin pemborosan anggaran? Betul, Kilafnya nggak tanggung langsung bangun 3 istana. Mengarahkan Kaisar Kaohsiung. Emperor. Itu apa? Jadi kayak dituduh Aduh, kamu mah pemborosan ini loh. Gitu. Bingung bikin apa bangun gedung lagi kecil. Pasti dia ngakunya kilaf, Pak. Kilaf. Iya. Ini nggak tahu kenapa lah ya, kenapa bangunan sampai kayak gini, terus kayak pejabat kayak menuduh, langsung bilang, weh ini boros, kamu ngapain lo bikin, bapak ngapain bapak bikin istana sampai 3 megah-megah lagi. Jadi ini bukan istana yang tanggung-tanggung, istananya nggak tahu deh sampai sekarang masih ada atau enggak, tapi istananya katanya super megah, catatan sejarah gitu ya. Nah, lanjut. Nah, diperkirakan dalam waktu yang hampir sama ada pejabat lain yang namanya Wang Penli. Nah, kalau ini pejabatnya, kalau pejabatnya satu ini pejabat kesayangan kaisar gitu. Jadi pertamanya tuh kayak rada-rada susah nyentuh gitu loh, kayak. Padahal ternyata ini pejabat hobinya melakukan tindakan ilegal dan korupsi karena dipikir kesayangan kaisar. Jadi sekitar waktu yang mirip-mirip di tahun yang sama, on the same year, ada Alkisah ada seorang pejabat namanya Wang Penli. Ini maaf ya kalau misalnya nadanya salah atau apa, Layla tidak bisa bahasa Mandarin, mohon maaf untuk teman-teman yang baru datang. Jadi ada pejabat ya, ini sangat disayang oleh kaisar ya. Most favored. By the emperor. Sama, emperornya masih sama ya, masih Kaisar Kaochung, karena di tahun yang sama ya. Namun ya sering melakukan hal ilegal, korupsi, juga suka ngancem-ngancem pejabat lain. Illegal deeds. And threaten the other official. Ya, suka ngancam pejabat lain. Nah, Wang akhirnya dituduh sebagai kriminal oleh Renjie, dan tentu saja kaisar tadinya akan memaafkannya. Namun Renjie bersikeras bilang kalau kekaisaran itu tidak akan kekurangan orang dengan kemampuan yang hebat seperti Wang. Jadi akhirnya Wang pun menjalani masa hukumannya dengan sangat terpaksa. So, for this guy, for this official, Wang, finally he got accused as a criminal by Renjie, and of course the emperor was about to forgive him. How to say that? To pardon him. The emperor wanted to pardon Wang, but Renjie kept pushing really hard, and he kept telling the emperor that the empire would not lack of people with great talents just like Wang. So in the end, Wang finally got his punishment. Dengan sangat terpaksa dijalani juga masa hukumannya ya. Oke, Oke, lanjut. Nah, di tahun 68 setelah Masehi. Ini sekarang sudah masa pemerintahan Kaisar Ruichong. Nih, nama emperornya udah berubah. Kiara, udahlah. Kiara, welcome. Sebentar ya teman-teman, untuk dulu. Selamat datang ke udah tidak bingung lagi, kamu tidur saja. Iya, kalau ada apa-apa selalu Kiara, karena Laika anaknya sangat chill, dan kalau udah tidur ya udah tidur. Kiara, makasih udah suka sama emotnya Layla. Nah, kita lanjut ya. Nah, di masa pemerintahannya Kaisar Ruichong, Renjie itu akhirnya berhasil menjadi seorang prefect. Mungkin kayak pejabat polisi atau pemimpin areanya di prefecture Ning. Renjie became a prefect. For Ning Prefecture. Iya. Berhasil jadi pejabat pemimpin daerahnya gitu lah ya. Bupati gitu ya bilangnya ya. Oh, tangan Layla pedih sih. Iya, Kiara tidur. Laika tidur. Laika bagus kan pakai join call biar dapat. Aduh, makasih loh udah dibantuin promosi. Perfect itu pemimpin prefecture. Oh ya, oke, siap, berarti benar ya pemimpin prefecture-nya gitu ya. Nah, kalau misalnya di waktu-waktu ini tuh ada seorang pejabat sensor gitu yang mungkin kalau di masa kita sekarang bilangnya suka sidak gitu loh, yang kayak inspeksi dadakan gitu kan. Ceritanya lagi tur ngecek area-area prefektur gitu ceritanya. Tapi kemana-mana saat beliau pergi, nah tuh pejabatnya lihat ada aja gitu kesalahan yang dibuat sama prefect di prefecture lain gitu. Tapi begitu beliau sampaikan Ning Prefecture di mana Renjie menjabat, nah ini warganya tidak ada yang punya komplain tentang Renjie, malah memuji beliau. Ya punten inspeksi, berusukan betul, lagi ada yang berusukan. Iya, jadi around this time there was a censor official who toured the prefecture. Ini kayaknya ini kan karena ini apa namanya sejarahnya Renjie ini Layla dapatkan dari hasil catatannya gitu kan ya, catatan. Ini berarti kalau misalnya di catatannya selalu dipuji-puji, berarti memang mungkin orangnya sangat berjasa kali ya. Soalnya kayaknya kalau di zaman kuno gitu, kalau misalnya emang orangnya baik gitu kayaknya ditinggi-tinggiin, kalau misalnya orangnya jahat atau nggak bener kayak direndahin serendah-rendahin gitu. Nggak ada tengah-tengah apa? Kalau tengah-tengah kayaknya nggak dicatat gitu. antara bagus banget atau jahat banget kayaknya gitu kali. Mungkin ini orangnya sangat dipercaya sih, karena ini disebutkan memang Renjie ini merupakan salah satu pejabat yang sangat terkenal pada masa pemerintahan Kaisar dan Permaisuri karena jasa-jasanya. media. Orang menarik. Ketahuan petugas lagi nongki-nongki pas ada sidang. Yeah, so let me explain it in English. So in 686 Common Era, the emperor on the reign of Emperor Ruitong, Renjie finally became a prefect for Ning Prefecture. And around this time, there was a censor official who toured around the prefectures. But everywhere he went, there's always some kind of mistake or illegal stuff that the prefect did in other prefecture. So he had to give them he had to tell them the way to do it correctly. But when the censor official arrived at the Ning prefecture where the Renjie became a prefect, the people there didn't have any complaint about Renjie, but it's actually the opposite because the people were actually praised him. Wow. Begitulah. Ya, prefecture jadi mirip prefect. Ya, dengan 17.000 kasus satu tahun tanpa komplain. Yang paling hebat. Paling jelek mungkin jadi ya, tuh. Ya begitu. Dan karena kasus ini gitu, karena wah orang ini hebat ya, kerjanya bagus gitu. Karena gitu makanya Renjie ini akhirnya direkomendasikan oleh pejabat official ini kepada ibunda dari Kaisar Ruitong. Dan siapakah ibunda ini? Ibu ini ternyata adalah seorang wanita yang kedepannya akan dikenal sebagai Empress Wu Zetian. Dan Renjie akhirnya dipanggil ke Luoyang menjadi Wakil Menteri Pekerjaan Umum. Yeah, so because of this, Renjie recommended by him to the mother of the Emperor Ruitong. And we might know this woman to be someone who will be called as Wu Zetian, Empress Wu Zetian, yes. And Renjie is finally called to Luoyang as a Deputy Minister of Public. Okay. And then, in the year of 688 Common Era, there will be a conflict that was caused by a rebellion. Jadi ini nanti ada konflik pemberontakan gitu ya. Like konflik lagi. Konflik and rebellion. Yeah, the conflict is caused by the rebellion. And ada seorang menteri gitu namanya Chang Kwong-fu yang merasa tersinggung gitu sama Renjie. Jadi ini ceritanya sebenarnya cukup panjang gitu. Dia kayak minta supply, minta apa gitu. Dan ini seorang menteri penting gitu loh. Nah beliau, jadi singkatnya aja ya, karena kalau diceritain cukup panjang ini kasusnya. Kasus politik banget, soalnya politik banget. Jadi di pemberontakan ini ada seorang menteri namanya Chang Kwong-fu yang merasa tersinggung sama Renjie karena ceritanya beliau minta supply kepada Renjie untuk pasukannya gitu. Dia minta supply-nya itu dari daerah Luoyang gitu. Jadi kayak itu bagi dong hasilnya sini, minta resource buat pasukan aneh gitu. Tapi Renjie tolak habis-habisan. Jadi ceritanya bener-bener keras kepala. Renjie bilang, aku orang mau kasih, aku nggak mau kasih. Enak aja situ, maksa-maksa situ siapa? Menteri sih. Tapi menteri ya gitu. Jadi karena keributan dan konflik ini diyakini di dalam sejarah, diyakini dalam catatannya, di dalam sejarahnya mungkin nggak secara explicitly ditulis penurunan jabatan, tapi menurut para historian diyakini ini merupakan penurunan jabatan. Karena dalam kejadian ini, setelah kejadian ini, Renjie tetap menjabat sebagai prefect, tapi dipindahkan ke prefecture yang dianggap jauh lebih kecil dan tidak penting. Tuh, alasan penolakan karena ini cerita kan lagi ada konflik pemberontakan, jadi minta resource gitu kan ke pasukan. Jadi apa namanya, dia kayak ngeyakinin gitu kalau misalnya hasil resource-nya di prefecture itu harus dikasih ke menteri ini loh, maksudnya untuk ceritanya buat ngelawan pemberontakan atau buat membantu pemberontakan. Nggak jelas ini ya, pokoknya dibilang katanya intinya dia minta resource untuk pasukannya. Dan Renjie tuh kayak nggak mau, buat apa? Ngapain ribut-ribut bawa-bawa sini gitu. Jadi iya, kurang lebih kayak diperas gitu, kayak dipaksa gitu loh. Ya ini kan daerah kita juga, kamu harus bantu saya, bantu pasukan saya nggak mau kasih. Tapi Renjie bilang kayak aku nggak mau kasih. Buat apa? Ngapain ribut-ribut bobo kami? Ya udah, jadi dianggap di Renjie ini tidak mau membantu. Jadi makanya dikasih penurunan jabatan. Dianggapnya penurunan jabatan oleh para historian, karena tidak ditulis secara jelas ini penurunan jabatan, tapi cuma dibilang Renjie dipindahkan ke prefecture yang dianggap lebih kecil dan tidak penting. Nah. Itu nanti ada emoticon Oga. Jangan pakai Kiara lagi. Kasian dia. Tapi nggak apa-apa, sementara monggo silakan pakai Kiara ya. Monggo silakan, just use Kiara for Oga. For now, until we got new emote. Okay, thank you. But the movie mostly because ya betul, dipindahkan ke prefecture. Cuman Layla mungkin tidak menyebutkan nama provinsinya kemana gitu, karena untuk menyingkat. Ya, oke. Voted supposedly to smaller and consider unimportant. Lecture. Yeah, so there was a conflict because of a rebellion, and there was a minister called Chang Guangfu who got who got offended by Renjie because when he asked for supplies from the Luoyang prefecture to be given to his army, his soldiers, Renjie refused this. He was totally refused this, and it is believed that Renjie got demoted because of this incident. He's still a prefect, but he got moved to a smaller and considered unimportant. Okay. Yeah. Nah, berikutnya nanti di part kedua kita akan membahas sepak terjangnya Renjie di masa pemerintahan Wu Zetian, oke? Renjie under the reign of Wu Zetian. Ya, jadi tahun 690 janda permaisuri Wu naik ke tahta dan memotong masa dinasti Tang berubah menjadi dinasti Zhou. Dan berikutnya nanti tuh permaisuri Wu Zetian ini akan mempromosikan beliau menjadi menteri keuangan, menjadi wakil menteri keuangan. Dan kisahnya seperti apa akan kita lanjutkan di part 2. Ya, jadi sekarang kita akan main gamenya. Renjie ternyata lebih epic daripada filmnya ya, bersama Minion. Wow. Layla tidak pernah nonton filmnya sih, tapi mungkin kapan-kapan Layla coba. Ini juga Layla baru tahu tentang beliau karena melihat game ini, dan jadi Layla jadi tertarik. Hah? Historical game? Mari kita lihat. Mari kita teliti sejarahnya seperti apa. Oh, ternyata dari ada orang aslinya. Cuman orang aslinya ternyata bukan detektif, tapi pejabat, teman-teman, pejabat. Jadi kita akan melanjutkan bagaimana sepak terjang Renjie di bawah pemerintahan permaisuri. Yay, begitulah. Yeah, we will continue the history of Renjie under the reign of Wu Zetian and our part 2 of this class, which will be on next Friday or on next Sunday. And now it's time for us to play the game. Yay! Main. Bentar. Ini oke. Layla bawa pergi dulu. Dapur ajaib Layla. Dapur ajaib, kamu geser ya. Permission. Nah, jadi Layla punya tempat bermain. Iya, oke begitu. Waktunya kita main. Are you guys ready? Seru ya kalau belajar sejarah sambil bermain. Oh, tentu saja. Ya, ayo kita main. Mana? Oh, sebentar nih ya. Nih Layla mau kasih tahu, lagunya bagus. Jadi kita akan begin Layla. Dan kita akan mulai gamenya. 1, 2, 3. Wayahe main Detective D, The Silk Rose Murders. Okay, so disclaimer. This Detective D might be inspired by Renjie, the historical figure, but please keep in mind that this is a fictional game, so there might be some fiction story in these games, maybe not really related into the history, okay? Got it? Jadi mohon diingat, ini hanyalah game fiksi. Karakternya memang berdasarkan dari karakter sejarah, dari sebuah tokoh dalam sejarah. Seorang tokoh dalam sejarah yaitu Renjie yang tadi kita bahas, tapi harap ingat kalau buat game fiksi. Yeay, terima kasih dan selamat datang Blizzard. Iya, Lagunya bagus ya, kedengeran gak lagunya? Lagunya bagus ya? Gimana audio gamenya sudah cukup kah? Ya? Kecil ya? Oke, Layla besarin. Ya, segini gimana? Ya? Apa repeat? Ya, oke. Segini gimana? Aman? Sip, udah oke? Udah bagus ya? Suara Layla kekecilan nggak ditimpa sama gamenya? Kalau nggak nih naikin dulu sedikit lagi. Nah udah coba segini. Ya. Oke? Oke, main. Sebentar, Layla geser ini dulu biar kelihatan. Oke. Aman, mantap. Wajay, kita main detektif. This is a work of fiction. While based on real history subjects, all characters and events are depicted in a fictitious manner. So please keep that in mind, guys. Thank you. Prologue. Comedic means Don't Lie. Tang Dynasty, China. Nah, siapa ini?
Sebentar ya, Layla pinjam Om Lukman dulu. The messenger said I would find an officer standing guard. This must be the right place.
Oke, ini apa? Guardian Lion, intip.
These mythic creatures are meant to protect this house. I have a feeling they may have faltered tonight.
Leleman! Semua jadi manggilnya Leleman. Maafkan aku Om Lukman. Itu bukan nama aslinya tetap Om Lukman kok. Aduh, jangan dipanggil Leleman lagi, nanti Layla dijewer. Gawat ini. Mati aku. Ini apa? Oh, nggak bisa lihat, oke. Guard. Lihat.
He must be the officer the messenger spoke of. Hello, my name is Renjie. I am the newly appointed investigating magistrate of Penglai. A messenger was sent to fetch me only 30 minutes ago. He named Foreign Minister Wang Hua as his employer. I understand I'm meant to help with an urgent matter.
You're the new investigating magistrate. Excuse my bluntness, but I wasn't expecting someone so young. Itu pakai suara Layla aja ya. Soalnya ntar semuanya kok suara cowok ganteng ntar streamnya.
You have a keen eye. I've just recently concluded my studies in the capital and this is my first appointment as a county magistrate.
Kalau di sejarahnya kan awalnya beliau menjabat sebagai sekretaris dulu ya. Yang habis itu malah difitnah sama temannya. Tapi kalau di sini malah jadi detektif ya, hebat. Mau stream ganteng? Mau stream ganteng? Join
Backseating.
Oke, ya. Oke, lanjut.
But in my time in the capital, I gained invaluable experience serving as secretary of the Imperial Archives and as assistant to the Imperial Consular before that.
Wait.
But I believe the minister requested my presence urgently. We must not keep him waiting.
Of course, apologies for my indiscretion, but on a night like this, one can't be too careful. Right. I am Surgeon Feng Changlong, Minister Wang's private guard. Please, may I see some proof of your title? Oh yes, of course. Wait. How to prove my title? How to prove? What do I do? How do I do to show you?
I need to see proof.
I need to see proof of your title. And how to do it? Game. Game, give me a way to do it. How to give my proof. Where is my whipping willow? Okay, what is a whipping willow?
Weeping willows are believed to have ward off evil spirits.
And how to show my official credentials? How to show it, game? Tell me. Tell me how to do it. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Game? How to do it? Oh, we can save. Okay, save game, new save. Okay. How to do it, game? How to show my proof? How to... We don't have inventory. We don't have inventory. Maybe click, right click maybe? Right click, right click, right click. Where is my inventory? Hello. Hello, game. Where's my inventory? Okay, let's see if a inventory mouse. Oh, okay. here to do it. Interaction. Left click on a character or object to interact with it. Left click again to choose the action you wish to perform. Double click to walk faster. Inventory. Mouse over the top of the screen to open inventory. Left click. Okay. Now I see. Yeah. Gini toh, ya ampun. Yes.
I hereby bestow upon you, Renjie, the rights and responsibilities are prescribed by Imperial Law of Investigating Magistrate of the District of. Official mandate as decreed by the Imperial Court. It's authenticated by a royal dragon seal.
Okay, so friend, I have this on hand, and I will give this to you. Here, friend. Kok pakai tangan kiri? Mungkin kalau di sana pakai tangan kiri. Okay. Thank you, Magistrate T. The minister is waiting for you in the entrance court. Okay. Let's enter. Bentar, ya makanya tadi kita cari. Ini ternyata diginiin doang tuh. Nongol. Oh, bisa di pause. Wah, ada ember, tapi kita nggak bisa main sama embernya. Jadi kita ngomong sama Minister Wang Wah aja. Okay.
That must be Foreign Minister Wang. I heard he was appointed by the Emperor. He's a powerful man. Why will he seek my assistance at this hour? Not of a matter of life and death, I fear.
Let's talk.
You must be Minister Wang.
And you must be
Renjie, the new magistrate of our coastal district. I wish we could have met less dire circumstances. I understand you've only been at your new post for 2 weeks. The minister is well informed. I've only begun to settle in to my new station. The area is still quite new to me.
That's some more kindness.
In truth, I've only visited the military fort so far. This compound, on the other hand, I did not know existed. Indeed, this estate was built just recently to serve only the most exclusive guests of the Empire. Its existence is strictly on need-to-know basis. Then we are not alone. Exclusive guests, then I take it we are not alone. You are correct, young magistrate. I see you have already begun your inquiry. Good, I shall start from the beginning. As you know, this district borders a coastal region that is under constant threat by the Korean. I was sent here and tasked to conduct secret negotiations with Korean counterpart, Ambassador Choi. The Emperor himself summoned me to help deliver his proposed border treaty, a move that would undoubtedly help him regain favor in the eyes of the court and the kingdom.
Look at that amazing mustache wiggle wiggle. Yay! Wiggle wiggle. I also like the art style. Kind of remind me of those old point and. Needless to say, there are factions that would love nothing more than to see the Emperor fail. The Emperor is a revered man who okay, maybe I will ask this.
Who threatens the Emperor? The kingdom is prosperous. Who will dare defy the Emperor?
The Imperial Court is full of usurpers waiting for their chance to strike. That is why this treaty is more than a simple diplomatic calculation. Its symbolic value is immeasurable. The Emperor must show his strength now more than ever, or I'm afraid his legacy will end badly. Ini sepertinya Renjie ini hidup di masa lain kayaknya. Okay. Nani?
Okay. The Emperor is a revered man. My father served under our Majesty, his capable and beloved ruler.
Your father served a young and vibrant man. Today, the Emperor is an old and feeble leader, a mere shadow of his former self. As his health wanes, his wife Wu Zetian grows with influence. As his favor falls, constant Wu gains power behind the curtains.
Are you suggesting that the Emperor's enemies are on the move?
Of that, there is no doubt. If 30 years in the Imperial Court has taught me anything, it is that no Emperor can truly rest. Night after night, he lies awake, anticipating the next shadow. His enemies are too numerous, too persistent.
And your role? And what of you, Minister Wang? Where do you stand?
Barely 5 months ago, I was still enjoying the life of a retired official, but refuses the Emperor. Clearly, he needed an outsider like me for the job, a loyalist unlikely to be influenced by his detractors. Yet tonight, I stand at the precipice, looking clumsily at the bottom of the ravine. Perhaps you can save me? Now, come with me. I will follow you. Moments later, on the far side of the compound. Wah, ada mayat. Ada jasad ternyata.
The unfortunate man you see before you is Choi Yung-chun, Korean ambassador to China. Tonight was meant to be a triumphant victory, but fate has a cruel way of shuffling the deck just as you begin to believe in your own destiny. Tell me what happened.
Ambassador Choi and I had been meeting here secretly for weeks. Our work on the treaty was almost complete and we arranged to meet this evening to finalize it. It started innocently enough. Choi and his private guard arrived in time for supper as usual. After a light meal, our business began in earnest over some jasmine tea, just as it had many times before. But what follows is a terrible blur. I remember suddenly becoming very deep. Moments later, I felt myself resting my head on the table before me, closing my eyes and unable to open them again. When I woke, it felt like I had slept for hours.
Someone must have witnessed this.
Yes, we need emergency meeting. That was my hope. But when I interrogated the others, all had the same answer. Unconscious, each and everyone.
And Choi?
He was gone. No one knew what happened to him, so I ordered an immediate search of the entire state. We looked everywhere. In the end, it was his private guard who found him here, murdered in cold blood. Apparently, the ambassador had previously commented on how peaceful this waterfall felt.
How ironic. How ironic. It is hard to deny the serenity of this place. May he rest in peace. Let me remind you that if we do not find a suitable explanation for the ambassador's death, tonight's events could create a rift between our two nations that no diplomatic means could match. That is why you must solve this case tonight, or the consequences will be grave. Yes, of course. I shall start my investigation. Has anyone been allowed to leave the premises? No, I've ordered everyone to stay until this matter is resolved. I myself walked to the nearby military outpost to request a messenger be sent for you. Otherwise, none have been permitted to step outside of this gated compound. Very well. I shall interview each person and search the area for clues.
Okay, achievement unlocked. First case. Let's see. Ambassador Choi.
His body is partially underwater. If any forensics evidence existed, it's likely been washed away.
What is this? Cap?
It looks like a hat.
Touch. Oh no! Oh no! You touch. Apa bilangnya? Do not tamper with crime scene. But the detective just tampered with the evidence. No. Touch, no gloves. Do not touch. Touchy.
Bloody cup belonging to the ambassador.
Let's check. Used candle.
Looks like a partially used candle.
Purple cow.
Used candle.
Okay. Let's check on Ambassador Choi.
I won't be able to rely on an autopsy, so I'll need to examine him carefully. Examine his head. The back of his head has been smashed by a narrow, jagged object, likely killing him on impact.
Dikeplak gitu ya kayak kepalanya.
Examine his torso. Something is tucked under his undershirt. Let's see. A silk handkerchief with the ambassador's seal.
Silk handkerchief added to inventory.
Examine his arms. No defensive wounds or any signs of a struggle. Would he have known his attacker? Examine his legs. Some footprints are still visible at the edge of the water. Curiously, it seems he was facing away from his attacker when this assault happened. Summarize. The blow to his head was fatal, but why was he facing away from his killer? I need to find a murder weapon. Unless he was threatened or carried here, it seems the ambassador came on his own volition. But why? Perhaps he knew the killer.
Oh my god, Minister, you're kinda sus.
His gaze is fixated on the ambassador's lifeless body. He still wears a look of disbelief.
Minister, you sus. Yes, how can I help?
Why did you ask for me?
As the investigating magistrate of this district, you are responsible for all matters of law and order that arise within its borders. As such, you are judge, jury, prosecutor, and detective. Notwithstanding the secret nature of these meetings, you alone have the jurisdiction to investigate in this case. And by the heavens, I hope you do.
Can you tell me more about this compound and the people present?
This compound is comprised of a small house and a private garden, which itself surrounds the waterfall. When in use, it is attended to by a staff of 3, a house steward, a cook, and a maidservant. ambassador and I each have a private bodyguard who remain by our sides at all times.
Where are they now?
At my guard at the front gate, Ambassador Choi's guard is standing outside this very cave. The house steward is trying to keep himself busy in the main courtyard, and you'll find the cook and the maidservant in the house. Who's sus?
Any idea how you were rendered unconscious?
Some sort of sleep-inducing drug, I imagine. At first I thought our food might have been tampered with, but since dinner was served to only the ambassador and I, this would hardly explain why the others succumbed as well. After waking, I examined the candles that were lit earlier in the evening, and judging by their condition, it seems that we passed out for just half an hour. Wow! Wow, you know how measure the time. Yet, the remarkable thing is, if all accounts are true, everyone in the house passed out at the same time.
When I worked as secretary of the Imperial Archives,
Oh, ya pernah kerja di sekretari ya? Oke.
I once read of a case in which a powerful sleeping gas was introduced into a closed room. All within it were knocked out minutes later. If what you say is true, it's highly possible a similar method was used here.
As a matter of fact, at the time of the dinner, all doors and windows were indeed closed. Minum dulu. Obviously, they're all in it. Arrest them all! Arrest them all!
What happened before you passed out? Did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
Ow! The dog. Taki. I've replayed the events leading up to his disappearance over and over, but alas, nothing suspicious comes to mind.
Were you the first to regain consciousness?
No, the house steward and choice guard were already away. They claimed to have come to only moments early. The others woke shortly after I did.
Who knew about these secret meetings?
For obvious reasons, the people presently here all have some degree of knowledge about the meetings themselves. But the Emperor himself is the only one who knows the nature of the work the ambassador and I engaged in. The treaty was only to be made public after we had finalized it. Evidently, not cautious enough.
What is so important about this treaty?
Our work here will have ensured a decade of prosperity between our two nations. Who do you think that benefits the most? The Koreans? No, they have no stomach for the war against our empire in the first place. Make no mistake, our emperor is the one who would have gained the most from this agreement, allowing him to recapture the hearts and minds of the people in the twilight of his reign. But he will be the one paying most dearly for its failure, like vultures circling a weak prey. His enemies will advance, mark my words. You have much to learn, young magistrate. We live in uncertain times. Each move we make now either secure the empire or precipitate.
Any suspects? Do you have any reason to suspect anyone here?
I wish I could say I do, but to my knowledge, no one here had any motive to kill him. Exit.
I will investigate further.
Good. I will be in the sitting room if you need me. It's kinda sus. Very sus. Di kepala diapain? Smashed by a narrow jagged object. Likely killing him on the back. Oh. Cari murder weapon. Iya, sama dia datang sendiri. Ada lagi kah bisa dipencet-pencet? Kayaknya tidak ya. Oke.
I need to inspect the crime scene evidence more closely before I leave.
Oh, okay. Leave no evidence unflipped. Leave no. Leave no stones unturned. What to do? What kind? Apakah lagi yang bisa kita cek? Ada apa lagi? Coba kita lihat. Di arah sana, di waterfallnya bisa lihat apa enggak? Oke. Ada apakah? Oh, ini apa? Kita baca lagi satu-satu. Oh, is there any secret door? Like, oh, the crime scene evidence more closely before I leave. Any other objects here? Let's check. Ini yang ngambang, ambasador Choi-nya. Ini apa? Oh, solve Ambassador Choi's murder. Collect evidence to fill out the seduction board. Oh, okay. Okay, collect evidence. Let's see if there is more evidence. Evidence. Maybe. Let's check. Ngambang di waterfall, ngambang di sungai. Maybe cek. Check. Nah, I don't think that's a good idea. Don't see how that would help. Let's check. Oh,
There appears to be a small bulge on the inside. A secret pocket is sewn into the lining. There is a small piece of folded paper inside. Anonymous letter added to inventory.
oh, I found an anonymous letter. Let's see.
How long will this charade go on? You will not get rid of me so easily. I will have my answer tonight. Was someone threatening the ambassador?
Oh, found the letter in Choi's cap and learned of a potential threat. Nice. What to do with this? Partially used candle. Yeah. Now we can save the game. Okay. Oh, collect. Kita harus kumpulin evidence jadi kita bisa isi deduction boardnya. Nah, sekarang bisa keluar, berarti udah selesai. Nah, ini siapa? Captain B.
The death of his master will undoubtedly carry severe consequences. His return to Korea. Oh no. Hello. My name is Renjie. I am in charge of this investigation. Are you Ambassador Choi's military guard?
Yes, sir. I am Captain apa? But there is no need for any further formalities. I do not wish to speak to any Chinese official until an investigative team from my country is present.
What do you mean?
Why should I trust a Chinese detective when it is under Chinese care that the ambassador has been assassinated? Do you think me that naive?
I need your help. I need your help in order to solve this case. Your testimony may contain vital clues.
You need my help? What protection did you offer my master? How did you help him?
I understand your reservations, but if we do not act tonight, the trail may be lost, and we may lose our only chance to apprehend the killer. How can we just do nothing and wait?
I will make a bargain with you. Show me that you are truly here to find the truth. Show me your skills as an investigator, and I will cooperate and answer your questions.
Very well. We have a deal. I will return when I have uncovered more about the case. I shall expect your cooperation.
Captain Bear.
No, I should investigate more before I speak to him again.
Oke. Sia nanti bisa dihukum karena tidak berhasil menjaga nyawa ininya ya, atasannya.
Something seems to be stuck inside the tree trunk. Yeah, you kinda sus, sir. Very suspicious. Something stuck inside. Let's see, what is it? The object that's lodged in there is just beyond my grasp. I'll need something to extend my reach.
Semua diklik bisa mungkin.
These large stone lanterns help illuminate the garden.
Waterfall. To main courtyard. What is this? Rag?
Piece of cloth has been dropped on the ground.
Take it.
It's a rag coated with some kind of herbal oil. I can't quite identify the herb, but it has a minty aroma. Cherry blossom. From the looks of it, it's lovely cherry blossom. Cherry blossom was in full bloom just days ago.
Dia udah menjaret. Dia udah dipanggil kan ya? That's stonking. What is this rag? Minty aroma. Bukan kah? Stone table.
Perfect for a late night game of chess. Steward's song. Displaying expression. Just a man looking for a distraction, but sweeping the floor doesn't seem to be helping. Hello, let's talk. Are you the steward of this estate? Yes, sir, and you must be Renjie, the detective Minister Wong spoke of. I'm Song Yueming. I manage the small staff that cares for this compound and its guests. It's a relief to see you here, sir. Perhaps now we can find out what really happened here.
Try to take that brush that might reach into the...
That is my hope also. Can you tell me how the night unfolded? Dreadfully, sir. Not in 100 years. But I have imagined such terror. I thought this place was safe, untouchable even. But those notions were quickly smashed to bits tonight. Go on. Well, I was in the kitchen when it happened. I was overseeing the plating of some desserts with Chef Chu when, for no apparent reason, he just tumbled to the ground like a large sack of rice. I bent down to assist him, but suddenly my vision became blurry and my legs felt weak. My weight pulled me to the floor, and that was that. I was out cold. Later, when I came to and saw that Chu was still on the ground. I checked to see if he was still alive. He was. I knew then that I had to run to the sitting room. I suspected the others had some similar fate, or worse. If there they were, all unconscious except for the ambassador. As I looked at him, standing over his master's seat, it was at that moment that I realized the ambassador was missing. Did you wake the others? No, I didn't want to risk it. Who knows what kind of poison we had been subjected to. But there was no need. Only moments later they all started waking one by one. Once Minister Wang became fully aware of the situation, he immediately ordered us to search the premises for the ambassador Choi. I was as shocked as everyone else when his own god found him dead in a garden grove. What man of sorcery could have lured him into that cave? That is indeed a vital question, but for now, tell me about yourself. Oh, no. How did you prepare for tonight? Did everything go according to plan?
I will change your voice to my normal voice. It's pretty hard to differentiate between two men's voice. Yes, sir. Our preparation were meticulous as always. We first greeted Minister Wang, followed by the ambassadors shortly after sundown. I set the tables and lit the evening candles, and we promptly began serving supper and then tea. That's when I headed back into the kitchen to help prepare the desserts. Well, you know what happened next?
Did anyone else eat beside the minister and the ambassador?
No, sir. The staff isn't allowed to eat until long after the guests have left. They've been instructed to eat before they arrive here, so it's usually not a concern. Same goes for the bodyguards.
And am I right to assume that all the food is prepared on...
That's right, sir. Everything is prepared here by Chef Shu. We don't allow any food from the outside.
Tell me about yourself and your staff.
Well, the staff here is small, but we manage. Chef Chu and I have been working here since the beginning. Sun Ying, the maid servant, come on board last spring. We had to replace the first maid servant because her mother was sick and she wanted to return home to take care of her. The rules and routines here are very strict, with all the secrecy and all, so there's little room for error and improvisation, and tonight was no exception.
Have a stretch, yes. Pak Lukman, stretching. You said you lit the candles in the house at the start of the evening. What kind of candles do you use?
For that, you have to ask Sun Ying, the maid servant. She manages our candle supply.
And did anyone change or handle the candles after you initially lit them this evening?
No, sir. Our candles usually last well into the night. Even now, they still burn in the house.
Why are you sweeping? Under the circumstances, the minister has surely given you leave of your regular duties.
Oh, yes, sir. This is just for me, or rather, for my nerves. Keeping busy helps me stay relaxed. Besides, after all these years doing this job, I'm not used to sitting and waiting. Old habits die hard, I guess.
Okay. Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
It's no trouble, sir. Okay, I think I need to go to the toilet first. Excuse me everyone. Mamatin. Bentar ya, permisi ke toilet. let's continue. Let's talk with the maidservant who handles the candle. Any items, any suspicious items? Do we have any suspicious items? Maybe, can we show? What is this? Pegang, kasih. Oh, okay. Let's go to sitting room. Hi, tadaima! Tadaima! Oh, wow. To kitchen. I'm going to the kitchen first. Oh, there's a chef here. Dried vegetables.
Onions, ginger, garlic, the usual assortment of dried vegetables.
Oh, charcoal tongs.
A pair of tongs used to handle the charcoal that fits the stove.
Yeah.
This might come in handy.
Yeah. Oh. Jeruk, bakpao, wine. Check the wine.
It looks like the chef been drinking wine.
Oh, desserts.
Sorted desserts. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay, what is this? Board. A board detailing the week's menu. The only noteworthy thing is how well organized this staff is. Okay. Now talk with Chef Shu. He seems oddly relaxed. Are you the chef?
Yes, sir. Shu Fu's the name. You must be the detective.
Yes, I am the Renjie. I am the newly appointed investigator.
Ah, the new investigating magistrate of Penglai. I've heard of you.
Is that so?
Yes, my cousin Singh is the cook at the military fort. He told me all about your recent visit there. He even told me he prepared his specialty pork dumplings. But even you and me, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you've had better. That cousin of mine has always been a brag.
You seem strangely undisturbed by tonight's events, Chef Shu. Tell me, have you been drinking wine?
Oh, well, I suppose I did have a sip of wine here and there. It's been such a long and stressful night. I was just trying to calm my nerves a little.
I see. And do you think you're fit enough to answer a few questions?
Fit enough? I'd wager I'm the sharpest one here, sir. You didn't worry 1 second. Fire away!
Very well. What were you doing before you fell unconscious?
Let's see. I was standing over there, plating those custard tarts. Mr. Song was standing right beside me. I swear that man wouldn't know the difference between a tart and a pie if his life depended on it. Don't get me wrong, he's a hard-working man and everything, but he doesn't know heads from tails in the kitchen. Well, anyway, it was around then I started feeling dizzy, like I was in a drunken haze, but without a drink. I think I must have blacked out. That last thing I remember is a distinct metallic smell in the air. Regrettably, I passed out before I could identify it.
Think you could have identified it?
Did I tell you at the risk of sounding boastful I am blessed with a nose, or should I say precise instrument, capable of recognizing an ingredient only by its scent? In culinary school, they used to call me the hound. One whiff of someone's breath, and I could tell them the contents of their last meal. Would you like to give it a try?
Why not? I don't see why not.
It smells like you had some steamed chicken. Prepared with ginger and chives, am I right?
That's correct. That's quite a talent you have there, Chef Chu.
I knew a man like you could appreciate such a refined senses. If you would like me to demonstrate it again, feel free to bring me anything with the slightest hint of an aroma and I'll identify the source.
That sounds quite useful. I'll keep that in mind.
Berarti kalau misalnya nanti ada kayak ketemu yang wangi-wangi atau ada aroma apa bisa kita kasih ke chefnya.
What can you tell me about tonight's dinner service?
The minister prefers his meal light and simple, and tonight's menu was no different. I first prepared a sweet duck soup, followed by some fried fish cakes and white rice. The custard tarts were next, but as it turns out, we never got around to serving those.
You prepare all the food yourself?
Of course! Unlike my cousin who relies on his assistants, I don't let anyone else touch my food. Then?
Tell me about yourself.
You want to know about me? I see where this is going. I suppose we're all suspects here, aren't we? No need to be tactful around me, sir. I know how this works. You pretend your questions are harmless and routine while all along setting a trap for the unsuspecting wrongdoer. Isn't that right?
There's nothing routine about an investigation into the murder of a high-ranking diplomat. Now, Chef Chu, either you start taking this seriously or I detain you in our fine jailhouse for wrongdoers until you start sobering up.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I was just jesting. I didn't mean to offend. It must be the wine. Julie is talkative. So, as I was saying, I come from a long line of chefs. 4 generations, if you can believe it. I've been the chef now for 16 years, and that's exactly 2 more than my older cousin Sing. In recent years, I have settled for working for the Imperial Court, going wherever they ask. The pay is a little better and I don't mind the traveling. A bachelor's life has its perks. You know, belum ada istri ya bang. Belum ada istri jadi nggak usah ribet jalan-jalan ya bang.
Do you have any theories about the murder?
It's those damn revolutionaries. They're plotting to overthrow the empire. I just know it. They have eyes and ears everywhere. My cousin Sing, he thinks I'm crazy. He doesn't think the throne is vulnerable, but that's exactly the kind of thinking that will get you in trouble.
You wouldn't happen to have any proof of these conspiracy theories, wouldn't you?
Proof? Well, not exactly. You see, it's more a gut feeling than anything else. All these years cooking for scholars, aristocrats, and officers, one picks up on these things.
I see. Well, unless your gut can muster up some actual evidence relating to the situation at hand, I'd rather we leave those grand theories for another day.
Yes, of course.
You seem quite fond of your cousin Sing.
Fond of him? You must be joking. He's been a nuisance all my life. He's more like a rival, a nemesis, Who am I kidding? Sing's the only family I got, a true friend. Wait, you're not going to tell him I said that, are you? You can't, you mustn't, or I won't hear the end of it.
No need to worry. I won't tell a soul.
I'm lying.
That's all for now, thank you.
Okay, since Chef Shu is the master of sniff, let him sniff everything. Okay. Can you sniff this for me? Sniff, please sniff. Sniff!
Can you identify the origin of the oil on this rack?
It's peppermint.
Peppermint. Are you certain?
Positive. Granted, I don't generally cook with it, but it's a fine medicinal oil, perfect for clearing a mild headache or perhaps a severe case of drunkenness. One whiff of this stuff will wake you right up.
Yes, of course. The killer had planned to put everyone to sleep, including the ambassador, but needed a way to wake him up. Thank you, Chef Chu. That was very helpful.
Yeah, okay, peppermint oil. Sniff, sniff. Okay, I think I want him to sniff another one. How about this? Can you sniff this? You sniff this. Oh, hello. Oh, you don't want to sniff that? Oh, okay. Let me save the game. Save. Save, okay. To sitting room. What is this? Painted vase.
Fine painted vase featuring a dancing drake.
Oh wow, dancing dragon. Oh, I see some bakpao. I can see some bakpao. Bakpao, more bakpao.
I don't have the means to analyze the contents of the meal that was served. For now, I'll need to rely purely on instinct and deduction.
Oh, okay. Can I talk to the you, Junning?
Her hands are trembling. Like the others, the night seems to have taken a toll. Nonetheless, her rare beauty is quite striking.
Ayo, lirik mana weh? Lirik mana? Ayo, lirik mana? Cek dulu antique face-nya baru kita ngobrol.
An antique vase. Judging by its style and shape, this piece may date as far back as the Zhou dynasty.
Sebentar, kan abis Tang jadi Zhou. Lah ini terus dinasti apa? Sekarang kan lagi di dinasti Tang kan ya? Jadi aku bingung ada berapa dinasti Zhou sih di sejarah. Oh wait, candle-nya ungu-ungu.
They look like ordinary candles. There's a song said the maidservant Sun Ying is responsible for the candle supply.
Yay, candle. Sama candle-nya. Candle-nya sama-sama ungu. Okay, let's talk to Sun Ying now. Oh, it means the old Zhou then. Ow. Ow.
I am Magistrate Renjie. I'd like to ask you some question.
Yes, sir, of course. My name is Sun Ying. I am the maidservant.
I'd like to hear your account of what happened tonight. Can you take me back to the beginning?
Well, it all happened so fast. I remember the minister and the ambassador arriving one after the other just after nightfall. I remember them settling into the sitting room. The minister sat here against the wall, and the ambassador was over there to his left. We began the dinner service soon after that. Later, I remember Mr. Song saying he was going to the kitchen to check on the desserts, and that's when things took a terrible. One moment, I was serving tea, and the next, I was lying on the floor, confused and disoriented. When I realized we had been drugged and that the ambassador had been killed, I was so afraid. I didn't know what to think. All I know is that he didn't deserve to die that way. But our destinies are often beyond our own control. We bend and break at the mercy of a high. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to ramble on.
No need to apologize. What's taken place here tonight would unnerve the best of us.
Thank you for your kind words. I hope you find the person who did this and bring them to justice.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just a simple servant girl, have been since I was little. My parents died when I was very young, so I had to learn to fend for myself.
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you treated well here?
That I am, sir. Very well. Minister Wong is a good man, and Mr. Song, he is very demanding, but I've never known him to be unreasonable. But now that this has happened, I wonder if they'll continue to let us here.
How did you end up working here?
I applied to an agency. I applied to an agency. They put my name on a waiting list and told me they'd contact me if anything came up. I heard the girl who worked here before me had to leave because she had to take care of her sick mother. I guess I was just next in line. After that, I was happy to pay them their finder's fee.
About the candles. Who supplies the candles that are used throughout the house?
I buy a new batch every week from a local. I don't remember his name, sir, but everybody in town buys their candles from the shop.
Did you notice anything different about the latest batch?
No, sir. They looked and smelled the same to me. They're just plain unscented candles.
I'd like to examine any leftovers you may have. Where do you keep them?
Yes, of course. They're stored in a small lockbox in the storage. Here's the key. Oh, key to lockbox added to inventory. Okay.
Thank you, Miss Sun.
I hope I was of some help. Okay, now let's talk to first. Let's just talk a bit. How can I help? Any other thoughts on the case? I suppose I should believe that the killer only intended to kill. I can't help but wonder why the rest of us were spared. The killer obviously had the means to murder everyone here. Why did he choose to let us leave? What sort of devious plot were we victims of?
Thank you, Mr. Wong.
Let's go check the other room. Let's go check. Yes, to entrance courtyard. Save the game after progressing. We'll have to. Ini kemana ya? Oh, ini keluar. Kita cek storage room-nya. Let's check here. Lockbox. Oh, kita cek yang lain-lain dulu. House supplies.
Just ordinary supplies for the house.
Jauh ini Layla udah punya tersangkakan pelakunya, semuanya tersangka. Belum jelas soalnya siapa. Soalnya gini, chefnya kan yang masak. Terus kalau misalnya Sunying barusan yang supply lilin. Dan dicurigai ini lilinnya kan katanya yang bawa-bawa apa yang bikin mereka jadi tertidur gitu ya. Tersangka bisa siapa aja? Belum bisa disimpulkan. Here's use spare key. Just ordinary supplies for that. Antique chest apa ini?
My grandfather had a chest just like this one. I'd say it's easily 200 years old.
Touch. Oh, ada kodenya.
These are 3 slots look like key holes.
Oh, ini jadi kayak kunci kayaknya. Berarti nanti kita mesti cari kuncinya. Okay, how to go back? Back. Oh, How to go back? Okay, now how to go back? No. To storage room, oke. Oh, ini kenapa tiba-tiba nggak ada suaranya, Bay? Ini beneran nggak ada suaranya kah? Atau... Oh, emang beneran tiba-tiba nggak ada suara deh. Ya, lockbox.
Small lockbox. I need a key to open it.
Yes, we have the key for that. Have the key. The key to the lockbox.
Small key to a lockbox in storage room which contains the remaining candles supply.
Let's use this.
Lockbox unlocked.
Oh, unused candle. Ini satu kenapa digarisin?
This candle coloration is different from the others. Its midsection appears to be darker. Rest of the candles are unscented, but this one has an unusual odor. Unfortunately, I want to make out.
Take it. We have to bring this to the chef. The chef have an exceptional smelling skill. Let's go. The candle is very sus. Let's talk with the chef. Hello, chef. I need you to smell this candle for me. Smell. Sniffing time. Yes, we have a special sniffing chef here.
Do you recognize the scent of the discolored part of this candle?
Yes, that's the same faint metallic scent that I detected in the air just prior to falling unconscious. It's hard to pinpoint since the substance is meant to be burned, but I'd wager a full purse if you're dealing with some form of opium.
Opium? Can it be used to induce sleep?
I suppose, in the hands of a skilled chemist of herbalist, it could be harnessed in such a way.
Thank you for your assistance, Chef Chu.
Sniff, sniff. Very sniffy sniff. Very sus. Very sus. Hello. Hello, maid. Don't you realize that candle? Okay. Sniff, sniff. Oh no. Di bawah itu. Candle dipegang sama si Ab. Brick stove. Let's use this on the brick stove. Nggak bisa, oke. Kita jalan. Kita coba tanya penjaga yang di depan. Kita cek well-nya dulu. Oke. Tanya penjaga di depan. Hello, Sergeant Feng.
His pale complexion is in stark contrast to his dark green officer uniform.
Let's talk. What can I do for you, detective?
Tell me about yourself.
Before I was reassigned to protect Minister Wang, I was a guard at the Imperial Palace. Frankly, I didn't even know I was being considered for this mission when my superior told me I had been picked for the job. I can't complain though. I'd much rather be out here in the countryside than roaming the halls of that stuffy palace. Excuse my bluntness again, sir.
Are your thoughts on the ambassador murder?
Truthfully, sir, I think the rest of us are lucky to be alive. I know I'll be thanking the gods in my prayers tonight. If I may be so bold, sir, something tells me Ambassador Choi was up to no good. Why else would someone go through all that trouble just to get to him? And whoever it was, I'm sure, whoever it was, they sure knew what they were doing.
What can you tell me about Minister Wang?
Mr. Wang is an immensely disciplined man. His dedication to his work is remarkable. Although I don't know the details, I know that whatever treaty he and Ambassador Choi were working on was of great importance, and he poured himself into it. I just hope that after what happened tonight, some part of that work can still be saved.
Have there been any other incidents since your first time here in Panglay?
Let's just sit, sir. There have been no disturbance until today. Everything had been going so well. All that was left was for the two sides to sign the agreement and the mission would have been complete.
What are the security arrangements for this compound and its guests?
My job is to ensure the security of the minister. Where he goes, I go. This compound simply acts as a secure meeting place. Iya, terima kasih. Good luck juga untuk kerjaannya, Eternals. Oh, I think I missed a donation from Ring. Bentar, ini itu lagi ya, apa namanya? Gacha lagi so coba. Oke, so donation from Ringka. Hidung chefnya mantap, sangat peka sama wangi-wangi. Tentunya sangat wangi. Oke, lanjut. Since it's situated behind the military base just north of here, and its location is kept top secret, there's no need for additional guards, which will only raise suspicion. I see. And dignitaries such as Ambassador... Oh, no, ini suaranya. Di detektif.
I see. And dignitaries such as Ambassador Choi also travel with guards?
Donate adalah gacha as always, ya begitulah. Kenapa bisa gacha terus? Yes, sir. If they travel alone, they do so at their own risk. In fact, many officials will travel with a larger contingent of bodyguards. But for these meetings, I heard the Emperor himself requested that secrecy be the top priority.
That's all, Surgeon. Thank you.
Ini udah blingi-blingi nih, udah 3. Berarti kita harus cari 3 lagi. Cari evidence lain. Kamu kalau dikasih sesuatu ngerti nggak? Oh, itu nggak bisa. Oke, kalau gitu kita ngomong dulu sama siapa tadi? Semoga ini chapter 1 bisa selesai tanpa Layla pingsan. Ini kayaknya kurang tidur semalam. Dari sebelum kelas sudah. Kayaknya kita harus tanyain ini dulu deh. Mau tanya Silky. Coba kita kasih Silky. Oh, nggak bisa. Ngobrol. How can I help, detective? Oke, kita ngobrol sama itu dulu ya, apa bodyguardnya Ambassador Choi dulu deh kalau gitu. Oke, done? You're done with him? Makasih nih. Terima kasih nih. Iya, mau ke Kapten B nih dulu, mau ke bodyguardnya Nah, itu dia. Let's go.
No, I should investigate more before I speak to him again.
Oh, we have to investigate more. Oh, wait a second. Can I use the tongs? Can I use the tongs on the dead body? Let's see if we can. Oh, nggak bisa. Oke, nggak boleh. Boleh. Nggak mau, dia belum mau. Kita harus ngumpulin evidence lagi. Gak ada alat ini, buang atau apa? Please don't push yourself. Oh, don't worry, I will. Ada tempat lain yang... Semua ditanyain. Semua ditanyain tapi kok nggak ada yang punya jawaban. Wah, kita cek ada ruangan lain nggak ya? Oh ya, di save dulu. Di save dulu. Ya apa sih, kita bisa capit apa nggak ya gitu kan? Bisa. Kita akan balik ke chef. Bentar. Chef, can you smell this for? Can you smell this for me? Dah. Piling yang ada opiumnya udah dipegang sama chefnya. Dibawa sama chefnya. Kalau ini soalnya kalian biasa nggak mau apa-apain gitu nah. Oh, sniffy. Where is it? My god, why am I feeling so sleepy? Kita bisa naik ke atas nggak ya? Oh, coba cek di storage room lagi deh.
Those doors lead to the balcony, but it looks like they've been sealed shut. I can't see anything of interest out there.
Let's check if there's any more evidence. Here's... And what is this? Menarik. Kita harus cari itu deh, kayaknya yang kayak kunci-kunci itu buat buka petinya soalnya. Sumur cuma dapat kayak dialog doang sih. Cek semuanya. Iya, kayaknya charcoal tongnya tuh bisa buat jepit sesuatu, cuma masalahnya aku belum tahu jepit apa. Cari tahu dulu. Kita kembali ke sumur dan Di lock tadi kayaknya udah keambil kan itemnya? Iya ya. Jadi yang di kayu bolong tadi tuh kita udah ambil belum sih? Aku lupa deh. Kalau misalnya belum, let's go ambil that thing. Kita ambil yang di dalam kayu. Aku lupa deh, dalam kayu itu yang ada lubangnya itu kita udah ambil belum sih? Belum mari. Oh belum. Oke. Oke then. Time to get it. Why ya? Kita ngecek dulu ya. Tree hollow. Oh, something to be. Oh, okay. This would serve nicely. Okay.
A bronze candlestick. It must have been dropped into the water and carried by the current into this. There are small traces of blood in shape murder. That is of the wound on the ambassador's head. This must be the murder weapon.
We only need 2 more. Yeah. Establish. Okay. Oh, sekarang kita bisa ngobrol sama dia. Ngabang. Oke. Kita dapat ini ya. Candlestick.
There are traces of blood on the tip of the candlestick. Its shape also matches that of the wound on the ambassador's head. This must be the murder weapon.
Oh no. Ask. Oke. Kita ngobrol aja sekarang.
Captain B, I'd like to tell you what I've discovered so far.
Udah. It appears I have misjudged you, Magistrate.
Then I trust you understand the gravity of the situation.
I certainly do, sir, but the truth is I failed at my job, and now the ambassador was a strict man. He was always fair and honorable. But I have failed. I have failed my country. And now my family will know shame for a generation because only I could face the killer right now. I would surely...
Calm yourself, Captain. Thoughts of vengeance will get us no closer to the truth. Much more hangs on the balance than just your pride.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have my emotions take over.
Tell me what you remember.
Truthfully, I am as confounded now as I was when I first fell unconscious. I was standing in the corner of the sitting room, observing the ambassador and the minister when suddenly I could no longer support my own weight. My head was spinning and my balance was gone. I fell hard to the ground and then blackness. You see this? This bump on my head was not there earlier today, but I can tell you that. Yes, more clues.
And what happened after you woke?
When it became clear that the ambassador was not inside the house, I had a hunch that he might be here, so I came running immediately. That's when I discovered his lifeless body inside the cave.
How did you know he would be in the grotto?
It was just a guess, sir. You see, the ambassador spent much of his time here when he wasn't working. He enjoyed this garden very much, in particular, this waterfall. He would often spend entire afternoons out here and inside the cave. On those days, he seemed powerful.
Did anyone ever join him in a cave?
No, sir, never. This is the only entrance, and I was always standing guard at this very spot. In fact, no one else could have gone in without me knowing.
What about you? Did you ever join him inside?
No. The ambassador made it very clear that he was not to be disturbed.
Did you notice anything unusual about the ambassador?
Ambassador Choi was a very strict man. We rarely talked about anything other than official business. But from my vantage point, he did strike me to be especially preoccupied in certain ways.
Preoccupied? How so?
I can't explain it really. There was just this look in his eye, like his mind was drifting, you know, like that look on someone's face when they are daydreaming. And of course, all the time he spent in that cave by himself was so strange. I could never understand why he liked it in there so...
Had you seen him like that before?
In all my years serving as his personal bodyguard, I can't recall a time where he appeared so distracted. But these last few weeks, something seemed to be bothering him.
Are you aware of anyone who wanted to harm the ambassador?
In Penglai, I find that very hard to believe. Since our arrival 5 months ago, we have resided in the Chinese military base down the road and have rarely ventured beyond those walls. Outside of his regular visits here to work on their belly. Where? On the belly? On the treaty? Why on belly? Outside of regular visits here to work on the treaty, the ambassador was very careful to avoid all necessary contact.
You say he spent a lot of time in this compound. Did he have much contact with the staff member?
He rarely spoke to them indirectly. Most of the time, if he had any requests, they were delivered by me. Very interesting. And those were usually the mundane type, like asking the cook to put less salt in his meals or requesting the maidservant to put his cap to dry. Ah, that reminds me, I need to retrieve the ambassador's cap from the main courtyard.
There's already a cap in his body. Are you sure you're not mistaken? There's already a cap near the ambassador's body. How can it be in the main courtyard?
Ah, yes. Well, you see, the ambassador is rather a portly man, and on humid nights such as this, he has a tendency to perspire, causing the underside of his cap to become damp. He used to complain about the discomfort, so he usually carried a spare cap with him. It was customary for him to switch to the fresh one before a meal. Orangnya bersih ya, orangnya rapi.
Did you ask the maidservant to take it out this evening?
What? Yes, in fact, the maidservant usually came to collect the cap as soon as we arrived. I suppose she picked up on the routine pretty quickly.
Interesting. So the cap in the cave is the replacement, and the one in the main courtyard is the original he was wearing when he arrived.
Yes, that's correct.
Where exactly can I find the original?
I think the maidservant usually puts it on the stone bench by the north wall of the main courtyard. In that case, allow me to retrieve the hat for you, Captain. I'll be sure to return it to you after I examined it. Of course. Thank you, Magistrate.
Thank you. I may have more questions for you later on.
Motifnya apa ya? Tidak ingin damai kah? Tidak ingin kedua negara damai kah? Around the bench. Ini main courtyard, ini bilangnya apa ya? Wah. Ini bilangnya apa nih? Iya, main courtyard berarti di sini. Stone bench. Let's see if there's any cap.
A stone bench perfectly placed for taking in the sun on a warm summer day.
Touch. Let's see.
No hat. Captain Bay said the ambassador's cap should be on this bench. Where could it be?
Very sus indeed. It's very sus. Hello?
I'm looking for ambassador choice cap. You one that the maidservant would have taken out to dry upon his arrival this evening. Have you seen it?
I'm afraid I haven't seen it, sir. You're better off asking Sun Ying, but she's a clumsy girl, that one.
It wouldn't surprise me if she misplaced it. And between you and me, I don't think she'll last here much longer. What makes you say that? Well, I suppose I've seen her kind before, sir. Careless and too cunning for her own good. I can tell the good ones from the bad ones, you know. I've served in many distinguished houses like the Liangs of Tuji province. You must have heard of them. I served the great Liang family for over 10 years, that is, until 2 years ago, when the eldest son threw away their fortune in a gambling halls. Hello, guys. Gambling is dangerous. I thought then my fate had been sealed, destined to wait tables in tasteless inns and wine houses. Fortunately, the Liang matriarch was good enough to write me a letter of recommendation before things got even worse. That's how I ended up here, sir. So you were acquainted with Minister Wang? No, not at the time, sir, but you see, Mr. Wang was once very close to the Liang clan. But when I presented him with proof that I had served the Liang household with distinction, he was quite swift in his decision to hide. Yes, I remember now. I heard about the Liangs while I was taking my final literary examination in the capital. If memory serves, official reports held that after suffering the shame of financial ruin, the entire family had committed suicide in their ancestral home in Tuji. News of that terrible scandal echoed throughout the capital. It was a horrible affair indeed, sir. Simply. Okay. Thank you, I'll leave it to your work. Trouble, sir. I can't quite put my finger on it, but his account of the Liang tragedy is hasty and insincere. Unfortunately, my knowledge of that affair is only second-hand. I'll need something more substantial if I wish to confront him. Perhaps Minister Wang. Wah, two sus, ada dua sus. Everybody is sus. Let's ask the girls first. Let's ask Sun Ying first. Where is the cap? Give me the cap. About the ambassador's cap. I was told you were responsible for replacing the ambassador's cap. Was that the case tonight? That's right, sir. He always leaves an extra cap here so that I can dry it and have it ready for his next visit. Today was especially humid, so I knew he'd want his replacement right away. I put the one he was wearing on the stone bench in the main courtyard. It's the best spot to dry it. It is supposed to be. It was supposed to be on the stone bench. Are you aware the cap is missing? No, sir. I had no idea, but I'm sure I left it on the stone bench. I always leave it there for drying. Thank you, Miss Sun. I hope I was of some help. Very sus. Very sus. Everybody is sus. Anyway, it's been more than 2 hours already. I think I need to get some nap now. So, let's continue on part 2 next week. It's almost 3 hours, so I need my sleep. Yes, please rest, madam. Thank you so much. I think I don't miss any donation anymore, right? Amate? I'm going to turn on the BGM because the game is exit. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so bisa jalan. Oh, di jalan. Okay. See. Let me check. There's anything I missed. Yeah, I'm going to write. Thank you. Alstroemeria.
Okay, so I think yeah, all donations have been read, and yeah, so that's all. And thank you so much for a few people who joined as a member of Club ALSTROEMEria on the start of the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I got more members, so it's almost time. I only need a few more people to unlock the next emote, and let's pray that it will be soon. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Now I'm going to rest. ALSTROEMEria, thank you for watching until the end. Terima kasih udah nonton sampai akhir. Kita akan lanjutkan sejarah tentang Renjie dan game detektif di kelas berikutnya di minggu depan. Terima kasih semuanya. Thank you for watching and see you on my next stream. Bye bye. Layla Alstroemeria. Bubar. Jalan. Dadah. Dadah. Ah.